On to the next team, a very popular team, our rivals, the Boston Celtics.
Gets it in. Tatum takes it. Makes it. Tatum. Open for a step back three. Got it.
With key additions of Aaron Naismith, we loved him out of the draft. He was a great shooter. And then double T, Tristan Thompson. Their starting lineup projects to be Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, and Daniel Tice.
Daniel.
They were, I almost want to say a lot of people actually saw them as the team coming out of the East.
I mean, they were. I would.
But what are your thoughts on them this upcoming year? Because they, in my opinion, I think they underachieved last year.
Yes. Yeah, I think with the team that the Celtics had, they were definitely.
They probably were arguably the most talented team in the East.
I think after Ben Simmons went down, I would have thought the Celtics were going to make the finals.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I thought
Simmons was still good. I thought Sixers were going to make the finals.
Same, because they're loaded.
Yeah. Yeah. I think losing Gordon Hayward really sucks for them. I think it hurts them a lot. I think Gordon is a great player. Yes, they did play most of the year without him anyways, but I don't know. It's tough because I don't think they have a strong bench.
Yeah.
That starting five is great, but in the league, you need a second unit that can hold.
At least one.
Yeah.
And I can't think of anybody except maybe like
Tristan Thompson's not gonna be your guy carrying the second unit.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to. Probably Jaylen Brown.
You got Taco Fall. they have this one kid, Edwards. I don't know if you know.
Gus Edwards? No, that's not football.
That's football.
I know he's small though.
Yeah, Carson Edwards.
Carson Edwards.
He's a baller, but yeah, you're right. You need somebody.
Yeah, I think rotational wise, a lot of that first team is going to play a lot of with the second unit. Tatum probably going to stay on. Jaylen Brown probably going to stay on. Marcus Smart. Yeah. The only leeway they have is at the center position with Tristan Thompson. Daniel could keep switching out. It's the Celtics, and they still are a good team, and their ceiling is first place, first seed in the Eastern Conference.
But when you say first seed, are you just talking about the regular season?
Regular season.
But do you think they can make the finals?
Can they make the finals? I don't think they're gonna sweep the Sixers if they were to go against the Sixers again. If Simmons is healthy, he should be healthy by the time playoffs come around. He's not gonna get hurt again, but I think the Sixers would beat the Celtics.
You think the Heat would beat the Celtics?
Honestly, I think the Heat could beat the Celtics. Yes. They can.
Yeah.
Because they've proven that they can. Yeah. And it's not like they changed much.
Yeah.
And I think the Celtics only got worse this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree.
To say their ceiling is 1, it is. They could do it. Honestly, realistically, I think the highest seed they'll get is probably 3, like they did this past year. Mm-hmm. But I see him actually more in that 4 to 6 range.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Heat are gonna be higher this upcoming year. I think the Sixers are gonna be higher this upcoming year. I think the Nets are gonna be higher this upcoming year. It's gonna be a much tougher conference with all these teams. The Wizards are gonna be healthy.
I agree. I think they did get worse, but not as much as people think. As big as Gordon Hayward was, and he had to sacrifice a lot on that team, but because of that, I feel like it doesn't affect them that much because they didn't really utilize him to the fullest. But I agree with you. Their ceiling is 1. They can do it.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, I think they might have the smartest coach in the NBA.
And the Celtics also have probably top 3 defensive. Defensively as a unit, they're so good.
They are good.
They're so good.
Very athletic.
Yeah.
And here's the thing though with the Celtics, I think they have so much potential. Their starting 5 is elite in my opinion. It's just because I'll be honest, even last year I thought Kemba didn't play like the Kemba we're used to. I think Jaylen can turn it up a little bit more. And at the same time, I think Jayson Tatum, this is his year to be a lot of people are projecting him to be a top 10 player this year.
He was he was basically a top 10 player last year.
But like now it's like solidified. Like you have to be. You're like there's no argument. You're top 10. I mean, he didn't make our top 10 player in the earlier in the year.
I mean,
like there's a lot of good players, but like this is your year to make it. And so if Jayson, if Jayson can make that jump, I could see them making it far. But at the same time, I agree with you. I think they'll be in the third to fourth. Is my guess.
3-4?
3-4.
Oh, okay. So a little bit higher. I mean,
a little bit higher. I'm a little higher,
range.
only because I feel like they're also a regular season team.
I see.
With Brad Stevens. I honestly, I don't see him making the finals, but I definitely could see them back in the conference finals.
Yeah, I mean,
this is aside unless they make some sort of trade.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now, I think they're gonna make it to the conference.
Okay. I mean, it all depends on like seeding.
Too.
I mean, it's really tough to say like, oh, they're gonna make conference finals, but we don't know. Like, they could play the Heat first round, you know, or whatever.
But I mean, they're talented, but at the same time, I don't think they have enough to win it. Is what I'm trying to say. Even if they made it to the finals, I don't think they can beat any of the West teams.
Honestly, I don't think they're gonna make it to the finals. I don't think the Celtics can beat the Bucks. I don't think the Celtics can beat the Heat. I don't think the Celtics can beat a healthy Sixers. I don't think I don't know.
This is also really strange because it's like Danny Ainge, their GM.
Yeah.
He's been known to be like very aggressive. But this was also one of those teams where I was like, every team in your like conference,
they made moves.
They made moves and they made big moves. Yet you if anything, you lost key pieces, and I'm like, what are you doing? So it was a bit interesting.
You know who the Celtics should have gotten?
Who?
They should have gotten Freddie. If they had VanVleet, because
or like Danilo.
Yeah, he could have.
Danilo off the bench, like that could have been.
That's true. I mean, you can say there's so many players that they could have gotten. It's just like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but
I think their ceiling, to be honest, is like the second round. I don't think they're making conference finals.
We'll take. Okay, we'll see. This is gonna be exciting. Okay.
Yep.